Today we're doing a Coach Lia Tip video. No exercises for today or any demonstrations. So for today's video, it's about knowing or learning about our heart rate and why it is also important that we know how to monitor our heart rate. So heart rate, in layman terms, is just your heartbeat per minute. I'm sure when you do your checkups, your physicians do this. They check your heart rate per minute. They would check here, so my thumb side with their pointer and middle finger, and sorry, here to check your heart rate. Usually they check it what they call your resting heart rate. So that means at rest. It's always best to check your resting heart rate first thing in the morning when you wake up. So heart rate is a good baseline to check your fitness level. The average heart rate, resting heart rate, is 60 to 100 beats per minute. But if you are working out, you will see it a little bit lower. So you're mostly on the 60 average or lower. Actually, top athletes can go as low as 40. So what does this mean? It means their heart is working efficiently. Means one pump of the heart, they can, malakas yung heart muscles nila, napapump nila yung heart, pumupunta agad dun sa body nila. So they don't need to, the heart doesn't need to work hard because of their exercises, nagiging malakas yung heart muscles nila. So that is your goal, of course, to lower your heart rate to the 60s or lower if you really work out. Meaning nagiging efficient yung heart nyo. So, of course, it's important. Like, if your arteries are not clogged, that means also you're healthy, right? Your heart can easily, when they pump, of course, kasi the blood needs to flow, right? So, if you are healthy, then of course, that's where our oxygen travels with, our nutrients, it travels our our arteries, our system, circulatory system, and of course, the blood transports those. So, it's also helping our heart not to work too hard. Yon. So, how naman do we monitor it when we work out? So, again, it's good to monitor it when you wake up to check. So again, your average heart is 60 to 100 beats per minute. But if you can put it on the lower part, that's good, of that range. So when you work out naman, you can monitor your exercises by checking also how much, again, your heart rate or heart pumps per minute. When you want to monitor this, first of all, you have to know your maximum heart rate. So now when we're working out, you want to know your maximum heart rate. That is 220 minus your age. So for my tita age, which is 43, 220 is 177. So 177 ang maximum heart rate ko. So that means if I work too hard and nakikita mo talagang it's above 177 for a long time, that means I'm working too hard, that I should rest. And then, that's just for monitor na working too hard. But once you're working out, of course, you want to put your heart range to the 70 and 85% of your maximum heart rate. So remember when I was doing some exercises, I would tell you that I'll teach about the heart rate. So when I exercise, and when you see, I usually do the HIIT exercise because that for me is because it's short exercises which really work your heart and something that you can monitor. So you want to increase your heart rate and then put it down when you rest. So that's the concept of HIIT. Then you can do that for 6 sets and then you're okay. So when you raise your heart rate, for example, you're walking. Siyempre, exercise man talaga walking, right? But of course, sometimes we want to challenge ourselves. So we have to increase our heart rate then. So if you're exercising and then you check your heart rate, tapos yung heart rate mo 60% lang or 65 or 55%, I suggest you work harder because sayang din eh. You're already exercising but you're not working too hard to work out efficiently also. So um, when so we have the target zones. So if you have a heart rate monitor or the one that you use, and if they have zones, may zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yon. Um, it's a good way to check. So of course, when you work out, you wanna reach mga zone 4 and 5, and then of course rest. Basta doesn't go max your maximum heart rate. Okay. Kung magulo na, we'll just fix it. I'll tell you how to do it. So, my maximum heart rate is 177. When I exercise, I usually get, kasi I use a heart rate monitor, so they calculate it already. But if you don't have that, that's fine. Don't have to worry about it. We get 90% of 170, so times 0.90. So, 159 na heart rate. Yun, max na yun. When you're reaching that, when you're checking your heart rate monitor, that's very good exercise already. So that's zone 5. When you want to check, pag zone 4 ka naman, it's 80%. So 177, this is for the 43 age, times 0.80. So 141. So ang range, so if you're working out and you see, since kung magka-age tayo, 43, 141 to what was our first one? 141 to 159, that's a good base when you're working out. So if you can reach that, okay yun. And then zone 3 is 70%, so that's 177. 123. So if you're in the 125 up until 177 for the 43-year-old people, okay yun. And then when you're, for example, you're doing the HIIT exercise for 30 seconds, and then you reach that target zone, and then you want to rest, so you put down your heart rate back to baseline, like 50 to 60%. Once near that, then you can start your second set. So when I say, oh, let's put down our heart rate to zone 2 or 3, so zone 2 would be 177 times 0.16, ano? Yeah. Pababot naman ng 1, pag 106 na, then you're ready to work out again. So, kapag you're exercising tapos 106 yung heart rate mo, you're not working too hard. So that's the one way to monitor your exercises. If you're doing it correctly, is to monitor your heart rate. So how to do that? Always best is using index and middle, not this kasi meron din siyang pulse. And then it's on the side of your thumb. So here, you can try it out. You can feel it. So if you are patient enough to count until 1 minute, that's fine. But I would suggest 30 seconds and then just multiply it by 2. Yan, nararamdaman ko na. Yan. Then you count it per beat. Kung di dito rin, meron din dito. Carotid. Just follow under your jawline and then you'll feel it there too. Yan. But dito rin ang best. But if you have a heart rate monitor, I would suggest that if you're already doing fitness, then go for it. So for today, if you can, tomorrow morning or when you wake up, check your heart rate, resting heart rate, 60 to 100. If you're in the 70s range, okay din yun. But if you can go into the 60s range, that's a good baseline for fitness. And then when you do your exercises, it's nice to be able to monitor your heart rate so you know you're not over-exercising also, and you're also not under-exercising. And then magiging mas efficient yung HIIT workout nyo rin. That will be another video because I would recommend, I put HIIT exercises in my programs. But that will be, I said, another video. So if you can monitor your heart rate, that will be um, a good way of tracking your fitness and tracking your exercises. Hope you enjoyed this tip. If you have any more questions, feel free to put any comment or email Coach Lia channel at gmail.com and ask any questions, or if I missed anything, please inform me so I can put that again in the next tip and say, oh, I missed this on the heart rate area. So monitor your heart rate, take care of your heart, enjoy your workouts.